Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Iconic Estates. I'm your host Renee D, and today we are checking out a stunning desert modern home designed by Eric Peterson of PHX Architecture. Let's go take a look. Well, hello Eric, thanks for having us.
Great to see you, welcome.
This is a beautiful home. So you've been working on this for the last 2 years.
Yes, yeah, we're so excited to finally have this built and ready to go. And as you can see here, one unbelievable view. And we took this lot and really sort of flipped it backwards. So the main street is over there, but that is our view side. And so we wanted the whole house to capture that view.
It's an incredible view and you framed it perfectly. And I love, this feels like your signature style, this almost borderless window that goes into a mass. I mean, it's just framing a piece of artwork really in this beautiful entryway.
Well, thanks. We like to blend the indoors and the outdoors, and this is a really amazing lot to do that on because we really just wanted to capture all of that exciting desert landscape and make it feel like there's no boundary between what is inside and what is outside.
So on day one, was it obvious to everybody what this house was how it needed to be oriented on the lot?
Well, it was obvious to me, and thank God to our developers, it was obvious to them to hire us to create something, because on a lot like this, it had been sitting for quite a while. And so for us to come and think creatively out of the box was really what it needed. And I think that's why it sat so long, because you could see it's a stunning lot, but I don't think a lot of people knew what to do with it.
Yeah, well, so this is the key of having a great architect, because one of my favorite things is being in some of these homes and thinking, well, who would ever want that? And then all of a sudden you orient a beautiful home on a beautiful lot and you realize that there's really a gem to be had if you work with somebody who knows how to find it.
Yes, that's right. And then you have to treat this as if you're sort of on the ocean, like every one of these views are golden, and so you want to capture it as much as possible.
Yeah, so okay, well, let's walk through the house. Let's go to the main area first. And so what was your concept behind all this? This is beautiful open living area.
Yes, well, we wanted to blend all the spaces together as much as possible, but also each room has a bit of character, so we just didn't want a cavern. So as you can see, as you move into here, it's quite open, but yet it has a comforting space to it. The ceiling drops in a little bit. It's a little bit more cozy, but it's completely open to all the other rooms.
So I like how you use the word cozy, because Kozi Interiors was the interior designer on this house, and it does have a cozy feel.
Yes.
So you said it had kind of a gentleman's suit sort of theme as they were selecting the interiors.
Yeah, we wanted it to be a little bit sophisticated and have those deep wood tones and pattern and great materials.
So I'm noticing this house, I haven't seen this for a little while, but there's a lot of stone on the interior. What was your thinking with that?
Again, partly to warm it up and to bring some texture in. Stone always looks amazing with lighting, and we've done some really amazing lighting effects on it, which is very exciting for us to do. But we also wanted to make, again, that connection between the indoor and the outdoor.
It's really beautiful. So I feel like it's light and bright in here, but it's also a little bit dark and moody. The interior designer accomplished both. And so the home builder was Travis Custom Homes. And so this is a new team that I'm not familiar with. So tell me a little bit about the team.
Well, we've known each other all for a long time, but haven't really had a lot of opportunities to work together. So this was sort of our big shot, and we really wanted to merge all of our brands together and do something new and unique. And I think we accomplished that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I really like this linear lighting in the ceiling. That's another really great modern touch as well.
And what it does is it sort of blends between the two rooms, right? So this is one really big space, but again, we're trying to create separate zones. So we have the kitchen zone, and then we have this sort of intermediate zone that is the outdoor bar, an indoor bar, a wine cellar, a sitting area. And even though really there's no walls that separate it, you feel like you're in your own space here.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I feel like glass walls are just where we're at. And again, as we look towards this spectacular view, again, this signature kind of like just, there's no walls, it's just framed in glass to like look like artwork.
Yeah, I think sitting here, both in the daytime and at nighttime, and being able to capture the entire Camelback Mountain view is really stunning. And then of course, working in with the backyard, we had to screen a very busy street that is right behind that wall there. So doing water feature elements and incredible landscape really just makes you not believe that there's anything beyond that except more landscape.
When that landscape grows just a little bit more, you certainly won't see it. And I can tell you this, you cannot hear it from here. So great construction, because I don't hear any of it. This house feels very quiet and peaceful here. What are some of your favorite parts about this house?
Well, certainly this room is stunning, you know, and I think you could just spend hours just in this one room entertaining or just hanging out, and it doesn't feel cavernous, which is something that I feel like we bring to all of our projects, and the natural light coming in, which I think is just so, I think, healthy, just invigorating. When we were talking about health earlier, I think that this type of a house really encourages a healthy living.
It does, yeah. You know, bright light is good for us health-wise, and it also helps with a healthy attitude, and a healthy attitude is the beginning of everything. You know, like, I really love like the stone. I'm really liking, so I want to ask you about this. So the use of the stone in this powder, this is gorgeous. This texture in here.
Yes.
The stone throughout the house, I think, is one of my favorite parts, but this is really quite an investment that somebody made to have real stone.
And I think it's important not only to bring in that natural material on an inner part of the room, but it also adds to that textural quality of the light bouncing off of it, and you get that shade and shadow, and it's just something really interesting that you bring into a powder room.
Yeah, I mean, powder room should always be amazing. And then I love how you lit it over here. I mean, that really is a beautiful feature. I'm sure at night this is a gorgeous wall.
And on both sides of the hall, we highlighted it with that stone and lit it off to the sides, and again, capturing that warmth, the texture, and the shade and shadow.
So this office is really cool. How do these doors work?
So we wanted to have something that's open to the entry, but if you're going to be in a private meeting, then these both come in at the corner and close off. And so there you feel like you've got a little bit of privacy, but yet again, you don't feel like you're completely closed in.
Yeah.
Really fun feature.
Yeah, that's really nice. I haven't seen these. Love this. Okay, so what was the thinking with the primary suite?
Well, again, we really wanted to create that as a little bit of an oasis in the house, and to be able to come in your own area and have a little morning bar when you first walk in, and then again, capturing that stunning view, having your own private patio space that gives you some privacy from the rest of the house. Really great TV and fireplace wall, so you could sit here and watch before you go to bed.
So pretty. Well, and again, let the light come in. I love this double-sided vanity. You know I like this concept.
So this is such a great thing to have. It really does give you your own separate sides for privacy, but still has that engagement between the two people living here. And it allows you to have all that natural light coming in and allows you to have those incredible views.
Beautiful views. All right, so what is out here?
Well, this becomes your little private oasis to come out, and you could do yoga. We could get a jacuzzi and a spa out here, or just have a little quiet sitting space that's right off your master bath.
I love it. This is a good place to put the cold plunge.
Yes.
So ooh and ah for this closet. I love the darker features in here. This turned out great.
Yeah, well, how about this? I mean, who wouldn't want to have something like this? So we decided to make this really feel like you're in a men's shop, essentially, and it has the dark cabinetry and, of course, all the shelving that you would need for your shoes and purses and handbags and jewelry and of course, all the clothing that you could possibly do to fill it up.
Well, this looks like a Ralph Lauren boutique.
Yes.
Thanks for joining me on another episode of Iconic Estates. Make sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell so that you never miss an episode. Thank you so much to Eric Peterson of PHX Architecture, Bree Pickett for doing the incredible outside, Travis Custom Homes, and Kozi Interiors. This home is a masterpiece. I'll see you next time.